A Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
Judgment is mine, for I am the true judge of all things.
How they feel, son?
Good, Paul. That's right.
Well, walking them a little. That's what boots are for, walking. Well?
Swell, Paul. Now can I take them off?
All right.
Got everything on your list, Lou? You sure there's nothing else?
Oh, that's about it, Hattie. Except for a bag of beans and a bag of flour.
Beans and flour, meat and potatoes. Is that all you and that boy of yours are gonna eat?
It's good, solid food.
Well, where's the greens?
Greens?
String beans, collards, turnip and beet greens. Now, don't you be telling me that your ma didn't feed them to you when you was a sprout.
She sure did. And I sure hated them.
Of course you hated them, but you ate them. Else you wouldn't have growed up the big lunk that you are.
Put him in the sack, Hattie. I'll take him. Now, add up what I owe you.
Luke, letter for you.
I'll get it for you, Paul.
All right?
Pretty writing. Can I open it, Paul?
Sure, son. Well, how much do I owe you, Hattie?
$5.14, Luke.
Ain't no letter.
No?
There's something torn from a newspaper about a hangman getting shot at Towners. Some sort of saying.
Saying?
Yeah. Judgment is mine, for I am the true judge of all things.
Judgment?
Who's it from, Paul? What's it mean?
Nothing at all. Just some kind of a joke. You go wait for me in the buckboard.
But, Paul, what?
Go on, son.
Kind of peculiar joke. Sent a man a newspaper story about a hangman who got himself shot. How did it happen?
It's a private matter, Willard.
Excuse me, Luke. I just didn't think there was anything so private about a newspaper clipping.
Of course, I'm sorry. Exactly how far is Towners from here, Willard?
About 300 miles, give or take 10 either way. A week's hard riding would bring a man there.
Oh, could bring him here.
is my judgment, for I am the only true judge.
Expecting friendly company, Lucas, boy?
What are you doing out this way, Micah?
I'm out to ask you a few questions.
Oh.
But first, here. Henry Denton down at the post office gave it to me when he heard I was coming out this way. Figured it might be important. Is that the story on the murder of Judge Martin Harlow? Nobody's been prying. I got a notice on it from the sheriff up in Claypool, just in case the man who done it heads down this way.
I tell you what he looked like?
I figured you might be able to tell me that.
I can't.
But Henry Denton told me you got the same kind of a letter once before.
Just like this. First the man who hung Ephraim Burton, then the man who sentenced Ephraim Burton. And now the man who caught Ephraim Burton.
You?
Yeah.
The day of judgment approaches, and I am the judge.
He is Judge Zephaniah Burton, Ephraim's father.
Who's Ephraim?
And he was hanging around Claypool when Mark and I were living there. Wild, loudmouth kid, about 20 or so. Nobody paid much attention to him except when he was drunk. Then he was wild, excitable. Like the day he exploded. It's been over a year or more, and I could see it like it was yesterday. Sunday morning, church was over. Mark and I were leaving when Ephraim came down the street leading his horse. He was drunk as a hoot owl and cussing to beat all get out. The preacher and one of the deacons went over to shut him up. Next thing we knew, there was a gun in Ephraim's hand, and he started shooting. When he stopped, the deacon was dead, and 2 little girls were wounded. Ephraim got on his horse and rode out of town. I was on the posse that went after him. Wasn't hard to trail a half-loco drunk kid. We cornered him on a ledge in a box canyon. The only way to get at him without someone getting killed was with this. The sheriff said I wasn't to kill him, just wound him. I did. Shattered his leg. We brought him back to be tried, convicted, and hung.
And he was hung legal? No lynching?
That's the way folks wanted it. Why I got that letter. Only the hanging had to wait until after he was all healed. Mark and I left before that. Came here and settled. Well, after it was all over, Judge Harlow and I got letters both about the same. In that handwriting, signed by Judge Zephaniah Burton. They raved about how no boy of his could do wrong and how he'd sit in judgment of the men who judged his son. Sit as judge and executioner.
Well, wasn't nothing done. They were threats.
We tried to check up. The letter came from Kentucky. We found out there was a circuit-riding judge named Zephaniah Burton. A harsh, unyielding man, regular hanging judge, who just lost an election there. Nobody knew where he'd gone. They questioned Ephraim, but he claimed he had no father. Said he never knew who he was. I guess he was denying the man.
You recollect where in Kentucky the letter came from?
Freemansboro, why?
Well, I'd like to get a look at this man, wouldn't you?
I sure would. It's no good for a man to pick this up every time a stranger rides by. Yes, Micah. It'd be a real welcome to know what the man looks like. Wants to kill me.
got those coals hot enough by the time I get back from school, Pa. I'll show you how to do it.
Hey, you just show yourself the multiplication tables, huh?
All right. But if you didn't pack the coals so tight, you'd get a better draft.
You just better get yourself to school, boy.
Bye, Pa.
Well, it looks like you hurt your leg, sweetie pie. We'll take good care of that.
For the prodigal son, a fatted calf was prepared. But for my son, a hangman's rope. Don't turn around unless you would look into the face of death.
Can I put the calf down?
Gently. For I am not here to pass judgment on a calf, nor on a man, since it has been revealed to me that you too have a son. That is right. For I am the judge, and this is my judgment. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a son for a son. It is simple, poetic justice.
Yeah. Simple, poetic justice.
My son could have been guilty of no evil. All my life I've been a judge of evil. I raised him in a stern and righteous mold, punishing harshly and swiftly when he strayed from the path of righteousness. My son did no evil, but all of you who persecuted him did. So you must suffer as I have suffered, waiting endless hour upon hour for my son to hang. For this is the judgment I pronounce upon you. That you wait for the death of your son. That you count the minutes and the hours as the sun passes across the heavens, knowing that the moment approaches when I, the judge, I, the jury, will act as executioner, as hangman for your son. Soon the scales of justice will be balanced.
Why not now? You've got me.
This is not for you. There was no hangman's noose for me, but for my son.
Listen, it's me. I'm the one that caught your boy. I'm the one you have to judge and punish.
And this is my judgment, that as I waited for my son to hang, so shall you wait for yours to do likewise.
If you touch him, if you harm him, I'll kill you. You hear me? So help me, I'll kill you if I have to crawl back from my grave to do it! Judge Burton, you believe in the law.
That's all I did, upheld the law. A legal jury. Hello, boy.
Mr. McCain around?
Ain't you his son?
Heck no.
And I'm sure glad I ain't, Mark. Won't be home until way past dark.
Way past dark.
That's what he told me to tell his pa. Teacher caught him pitching spitballs, so he's got to cut a whole quart of kindling. That's a big heap of wood. You tell Mr. McCain?
I'll tell him, boy.
Thank you, sir.
Joy on your face. Well, judgment will still be mine. Even the patience of a judge can be sorely tried. I'm going after your boy and bring him here.
Yes?
I've come for Luke McCain's boy.
Is something the matter?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. McCain's been hurt.
Paul?
Yes, boy.
You may be excused, Mark. Is it serious?
Serious, ma'am, but not fatal. A badly broken ankle.
How'd it happen?
I found him on the road. His wagon hit a rut. It turned over. Your pa tried to jump free, but his foot got caught. What is it, boy?
I was just giving thanks it weren't no worse.
You a God-fearing boy?
Of course, sir.
That's good, boy. Good. Come on. I'll show you where your pa is.
Let's hurry.
Yes.
You all right?
What happened?
Well, your horse must have stumbled. How do you feel?
I don't. My head. It hurts, Ephraim.
I'll get somebody.
No, don't. Don't deny your pa.
Pa?
I raised you right, boy, in the paths of righteousness. If I was strict and hard, it was for your own good, Ephraim. You understand that, boy, don't you? You understand that?
Sure.
I knew you would, boy. They was lying when they said you did evil to deny me. Wasn't they?
Of course, but don't talk so much.
Pa. Say it, Ephraim. Call me Pa. I want them to hear it. That you never denied me. Say it, boy. Pa.
Pa.
Oh, thank you, boy.
How are you?
Poorly, I'm afraid.
You know who I am now?
Luke McCain's boy. You could have gone on, but you stayed here caring for me.
You were kind of out of your head there for a while. You kept on calling me Ephraim and asking me to call you Paul.
And did you?
Sure did. I was afraid not to.
Thanks, boy. Boy, I'd be pleased for a drink of water.
I'll get you some.
You stinking big devil! I'll kill you in my bare hands! I'll see you in fire and brimstone for the devil scum you are!
Paul! Paul!
Mark!
It's a rattler, Paul. I didn't see it. He shot it.
Mark! Oh, son.
You said your ankle was broke. You said my Paul's ankle was broke.
I did, boy.
I don't understand, Paul.
I don't know whether to kill you or thank you. Why did you save him?
I saved him through the mercy of the Lord God Jehovah, who has permitted me some atonement for the evil I have wrought. For he is the true judge of all things, and I am but his